to On a Mission. Tonight is championship weekend. I am happy to be joined by Aero Racing Design. Say hello.
Hello. Excited to be here. It's only my second race, so
Well,
looking forward to it.
you missed a lot. I'll tell you that much. Um,
That's what I've been hearing.
Now tonight, championship weekend, we are heading to Homestead. I'm going to take the track car out with the number 18 who won the championship this year. Aero, why don't you tell us a little bit about Homestead?
Homestead is a very difficult track. It's one of those tracks where it's very tough on old tires, so you're very likely to take what's known as the chicane, exiting turn 2, where if you just exit a little too low, you're going to spin to the apron, and you'll have to correct yourself. But if you're on the high lane and conserve your tires, it should be pretty good.
And the thing with Homestead here, at least for my experience, is that there's a lot of different grooves here. Some guys like to be, oh, I'm Kyle Larson, run that high line. Other guys, you know, they like that middle lane. But honestly, I think that inside lane is where you're going to want to be here.
That inside lane, you're going to want to be on the inside lane. Because that's where you're going to set lap times. For the race during a decently long run, I would say that middle to top is where you're going to be.
Especially with saving tires, that top lane might be the one that prevails here. We'll go into the track here. Is I believe, is this whatever you call it, banking?
Progressive?
Yeah, progressive banking.
Yeah, I believe the bottom has some 1 degrees and the top has some 25%.
I run this high lane, man. I'm going to try something real quick. I'm just gonna make another party so I can invite Nanner. One second, folks. A little bit of technical difficulties at the moment. We might be getting joined by Nanobread, the guy who ran the 42 early on this season. Now he runs the 20. Might be coming up in the booth today. As you see, Homestead and a lot of different grooves. I'm currently running the middle of the track right now. That bottom lane, you gotta stick to that bottom lane though. There we go. Yeah, Homestead in Miami, Florida. Okay. Yeah, Homestead located in Miami, Florida. Or, yeah, Miami, Florida. One of the most unique mile and a half on the NASCAR schedule, really. And it's been the championship finale for many years. Of course, in On a Mission, that tradition will continue. Of course, tonight we're having 4 different guys compete for a championship tonight. They've fought tooth and nail each week to try and get to this point. The final 4 tonight is going to be Celtics in the 11 who won Richmond. Won, I believe, 2 other races this season. Is now we're joined by Nanobread. How you doing, Nanner?
I'm waking up, but I wasn't going to miss this last race.
Well, now, you've been a driver this season. Tell me how your season's gone.
Well, I was mostly part-time beginning of it, but no, from the beginning of the season to tonight, the final race of season 1, it has grown to be competitive all around the board. You go and look at who's in the race tonight, and the final four. It's going to be a fun race tonight.
Speaking of that championship for these guys have fought tooth and nail. Championship for our Celtics in the 11, the 19 of Voltage, the 43 of From the Back, aka Will, and then the 88 of Keffer. Keffer, I believe, joined about mid-season or 1/3 into the season. He's been very consistent. He has not gotten a win yet, but he has been fast this season. We'll look for him to put some consistent laps out there. From the Back, your regular season champion actually, has also been very consistent, picking up the most wins in the season at 5, or 4, 1 and 2. And yeah, he's been very consistent. I'd say he might be the favorite for tonight. And you got Voltage, who came about halfway into the season. He's been very consistent, picking up wins, and driving the number 19 Pro League driver. Keffer and Voltage are Pro League drivers. I look for him to be definitely compete tonight. And then Celtics in the 11 has been very consistent, very good in the short tracks actually. As I look for him as the dark horse for tonight. Look for him to maybe make a wild move here and there.
I'll tell you, 3 of the 4 championship contenders did have a race, same stipulations as last night as far as 50% 2 times wear. So 3 of them, Celtics, which by the way, Voltage will be racing under the username Bags tonight, his old username, and Keffer all had a race at Homestead last night and midnight, and so they're definitely going to have the experience, but that does not necessarily give them an advantage, knowing that Will always preps himself and always comes with a fast car everywhere he goes. I don't think we have to worry about anybody else winning the race tonight, because I believe wholeheartedly that one of those 4 will probably win the race.
No, let's look at your roster for tonight, actually. Tonight we have the number 2 of AJ Storm, who barely missed out on that championship 4. Then we got the 3 of Trey, who was very consistent this season, made the playoffs, but kind of fell short in the last 3 races. Marcus, who made his season debut last week, actually did very well. I look for him to maybe be that non-playoff spoiler. Then we got Goofy, who won Dega, made the playoffs, unfortunately DNF or lagged out of ISM. Then we got D Bailey, who he actually won the Sportsmanship of the Year award. And then we got Redleg, very similar to Trey, had a very consistent season, but unfortunately fell short in the playoffs. Pats has been very fast this season. Unfortunately, he is part-time. And then we got Phoenix, who started this. I think he started right before the playoffs started. Yeah. Let's look at your race analysis real quick. So it's 50%, 2 times wear, stages and cautions on, like we've done all season. 50%, you're looking at about 134 laps.
Yeah, we're also, I think stage 1, I think you're going to see most people pit. Stage 2, I would not be surprised if we see some people try to stretch it and not pit. But the 3rd stage, you're going to see green flag pit stops. I think with the size of the field for tonight, you're not going to see a bunch of cautions. You're just going to, once things get spread out, you're going to see a lot of strategy come into play.
Then again, it is Homestead, so if anyone's restarting at old tires, you're going to be in a bunch, and the car will be pretty loose, especially out of turn 2. So, if we do get one caution, I wouldn't be surprised to see more.
Turn 2 is very, very deadly in this game. You can get loose very easily. And the tires here are very underrated in how the track just tears up the tires, I feel like.
I believe it is the second roughest track in the Cup Series schedule. Maybe third, but it is very tough on the tires.
That also puts into place what line do you want to run. Me and Arrow were talking about that earlier. Nanner, what's your point of view on it?
Well, once again, I'm going to refer to a lot back to last night's race that I helped commentate. This place eats up tires. You can run the high side, and honestly, you get a better run off exit on the high side. But I did watch a few guys in the race tonight that were in a race last night run the middle to low line and also be able to maintain position. And either way, you're going to eat up the tires, but I think these guys are going to be prepped to where you're going to make a full fuel run. You're not going to pit for tires before you pit for fuel. Maybe I'm wrong, but I think these guys have done their homework. I think they're going to be ready to go.
One thing unique about Homestead that a few other tracks have is that pit exit little slip road. How hard is it to get out of that?
Well, I mean, it is tough because you put that grass on either side of you going on that access road, it could turn you around. Yes, you want to get off pit road cleanly and fast. You don't want to lose time on anybody getting on or off pit road. But I want to make sure if I have to give up a tenth or two getting off clean, I'll do it. If that was the case. So.
Better be on the safety side because especially for a 24, they keep doing anything.
Arrow, what about that pit entry? What do you think about that?
Pit entry is very tough, especially in long tires, because you're coming off the corner. Not only does it want to spin you around, but it's very hard to get down to pit road speed without being run over.
You're going too fast.
Pit speed today, 45 miles per hour. As you can see, that is very difficult.
Once again, with it, your brakes may not work as well because you're going to be sliding around so much. So it wouldn't be very, especially when crossing the very different level of banking. I wouldn't be surprised if you spin out exiting pit road, entering pit road.
Yeah, you definitely want to take your time and make sure that you don't make a mistake because for the Championship 4, minimizing the mistakes is going to be crucial because, like I said, all four of these guys are even. We mentioned from the back, the start of the season absolutely slaughtered everyone. I mean, he dominated the field the whole beginning of the season. Then we had some new additions to the roster, around the midway mark of the season with Bags and Keffer, and they, Bags, he came in, I think he won like 3 of the first 4 races he was in, so he came in strong. Keffer, like you had mentioned earlier, extremely consistent, always running up front, and one of the best strategists on the game. And then also Celtics, he has been around for most of the season, had missed a few races, but we've seen him be dominant and always have a good car at the races that he has been in.
Good luck,
His
guys.
signature win was Richmond, where he absolutely ran away with the show. It wasn't even much of a race at that point for first. Second place was. Oh, I don't think we're getting our invites.
Yeah, I just got an invite. I won't join it yet, but... we can join? Okay.
I didn't get an invite, so.
Oh, I'll give you one. Hold on. Let's see. And I believe they're gonna do a pace lap anyway, so. And then I'm gonna invite Trey just in case, because he said he'll join the booth if he sucks.
I'll join that in just a second.
Well, boys, we've had a long season, and we came down to four drivers to win the championship. Nanner, who do you think is going to be your champion tonight?
I don't want to pick, but based off of what I've seen over races that I have seen at Homestead, Keffer is really good in all series at Homestead. It's one of his favorite tracks on the game. It'll be hard to not pick him, but I do believe that any of these guys do have a chance tonight.
Brendan,
Yeah.
what is this a
Uh,
lobby race?
What the heck?
They all backed out.
Oh, that was weird. Someone may have lagged out.
It just was us three. That happened last time
Yeah.
I was in.
A little bit of technical difficulties here. But honestly, with the four drivers here, I'm not sure that you can really pick a favorite. If I had to, I think I'm going to go with Voltage. He's had speed all season, consistent finishes. I think he might get it done, but Celtics has been very consistent, so is Keffer. Will just completely slaughtered the field the first, third of the season. It's going to be tough.
Yeah, I got Keffer winning it. I think Tim. I don't know if the other three are using a wheel, but I know for a fact he is. And when you're using a wheel, you can conserve tires so much better. So I think he's going to pull it off.
That's a good point too. But I will say, knowing that, Will from the back, he's also on a wheel. Celtics is on a wheel. Bags, I believe, is going to be on a controller tonight. But that's just kind of his thing. And he is one of the best on a controller. When you learn how to do it and you do it as well as he does, he doesn't have a disadvantage. He's just as much as good as the other three guys. I don't want to take away from the rest of the field, though. I mean, don't get me wrong. One of these other guys could, shake things up. It doesn't matter. It just matters where you place. It doesn't matter if somebody else wins. But them guys are going to try to win this race if they can.
And they don't have any pressure on them now to advance to the next round or get points. They're just there to win. So they're going to do whatever they can to win.
I'm looking.
Celtics is on a controller. All right.
Oh, yeah. I'm looking for some of those non-playoff guys to see how they can do. There's no pressure on them. I look for guys like AJ, maybe even Goofy, to spice it up a little bit. Maybe even the 6 of Marcus, who actually did very well in his first start last weekend. But you can't go against that championship 4.
Going to be very competitive race tonight, and looking forward to it.
Let's see. Let's see. Okay.
So I'm looking at Kepler's stream right now, and he's still on the main lobby screen.
Okay.
Yeah, I
race.
my guess here is they're waiting on whoever they're wanting to host lobby to either reset their PlayStation. Would be my guess. I don't know, but
Yeah.
either way, we'll be getting 2 green flag racing here before too long.
Well, Nanner, you've been here most of the season. You got a favorite moment?
Well, I mean, the whole season really, it's been it's been awesome the whole way around. You know, the people that AJ has brought on, and we look at the people that we start off with. I mean, I believe last week was the largest field that we had, if not tied for it, the whole season. So I mean, not only are we talking about the end of season 1, the beginning of season 2 here in a few weeks, it's just going to get better from here. The racing this season has been awesome. If I'm going to be straight honest with you here, this has been one of the most chill leagues I've ever been in, as far as you don't get a whole lot of bickering between people. I mean, you get heat of the moment issues. You get that in every league. But here, like, you know, people just have conversations during race, and you know, other people will mute their mics up and focus the whole time. Everyone here, you know, races with each other on a daily basis. There hasn't been too many, like, additions of people who we haven't raced with before. So it has just made for good, fun, competitive racing week in and week out. And I'm just excited to
Let's see.
Let's wrap up tonight.
Crown a champion. Believe. Alright, we can join. I will send you a invite arrow. Believe a 12 car field for tonight, it looks like. Okay. Let's get her going.
Alright.
As usual, we will have one pace lap, probably 75, 80 mile an hour as they get into order here. And I forget how long the first stage is. I know the second stage, they're going to be cutting it on fuel, but I believe the first stage is always longer. They probably will pit on the first stage, I would imagine. But second stage, I know people can make it. I don't know if they're going to try to. I think a couple people will probably dictate what everybody else does in that stage. Third stage, everyone's going to pit. With this small of a field, I believe you're going to see a lot of clean racing. I don't think we're going to see too many cautions, if any. We haven't had a whole bunch of cautions all season in most races, so strategy will come into play tonight. That is for sure.
As we are under the lights at Homestead, Miami. It's been a long season, but tonight we crown a champion. Green flag in the air, we're racing at Homestead. A few people did not get going on the restart. Maybe someone had a bad start. As the
Yeah, I
19
believe
goes
so.
into the lead.
Bottom four seem to have, I guess someone in front of them just missed a gear or something. But,
I think it may have been the 91.
As all four of our championship contenders are in the top 5, along with AJ, who started third, I believe. So, complete lap 1. Go ahead. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off there.
See, it looks like we actually have almost multi-lane racing. So you can see the 43 up top. Just you have to get around the 2. So it looks like even on new tires, that top lane may be an advantage.
The 2 Toyotas pulling away just a little bit, but I believe that's the 88 and the 42 of Pat's trying to catch him.
Well, last night I seen Bags. He in the second stage anyway. He had a good first stage, but in the second stage when we finally got on air, he was one of the 3 cars that was in the front pack. One of 2 packs. There was 3 cars, and then the rest of the field was in another pack. But he had a really good car last night. I don't know how much, if any, adjustments he made for tonight, but I do know that he's definitely got a strong car, as does the 11 and the 88. The 43, like I mentioned earlier, Will always comes to the track prepped. He always has a good car. You're not kidding.
What a move by Kepler in the 88. He just went underneath Celtics and is now side by side with Max in the lead.
That is a very nice move from Keppers. We are on board with from the back, currently in 5th, just watching this battle up front.
Well, another thing that I had learned is being out front, that clean air is crucial. You can kind of run your line, you can dictate what everyone else is going to do, and there's one thing I did notice truly last night is that the front car had the advantage pretty much the entire time. And the 88 is going to clear the 19 this time.
It looks like Bags just got a little tight exiting the corner. Had to either get out of the gas or just start up too much speed. But he's jogging right down to the inside, trying to cross over.
The 19 being very aggressive a little bit early on is the 11 gonna try and follow the 19. I believe 42 of Pat stays in 4th with the 43 of from the back in 5th.
So top 5 seem to have broke away a little bit from the 2 of AJ. I don't know if they just have a better car or if they're just wrapping it off. They're single file right now.
Pat's Ace is hanging out up there. I forgot he was in the race tonight. He's another guy that's always good at these tracks that are tough to get around. I wouldn't count him out of winning this race tonight. He has been part-time this year. I'm not sure if he's going to be full-time season 2. I hope he is, because he's one of the most respectful guys I've ever raced with on the track.
As we said that, the 43 got into his bumper in 3 and 4 and sent him up the track. They both lost a lot of ground. I don't know if 43 was just sending it or misjudged his corner, but they're going to try and draft back up to the front 3, who are seemingly working together right now.
Well, knowing from the back, I'm sure that wasn't intentional, because I look at it like this. Being on the championship 4, your stage points don't matter. Yes, you want to be up there, but you want to be up there when it matters, which is at the end of this race. So, biding your time, being out front, it makes your life a little bit easier. You don't have to worry about, anybody in front of you until you get in lap traffic. So, biding your time and, just kind of hanging out until, it looks like the 43 is super loose coming off the exit, though, right now.
I would say a few laps ago, he got really loose off the turn 2 and lost a bunch of ground, but he seems to make it up right in the middle. But exiting looks to be a struggle for him. Saw the 11 get almost right there.
see the 19 all over the 88's back bumper.
Deciding not to make a move.
Yeah, these three cars have started to pull away a little bit. Oh, the 42 and the 43 make a little bit of contact there, allowing AJ and whoever that was behind
Goofy.
him.
That's Goofy.
Is it Goofy?
That is Goofy.
There's a little 4-car battle going on for fourth right now. It's going to be fun to watch.
I'll fall back with them for a minute.
See AJ giving a little bit of a big push to the 43.
I think he's trying to help the 43 to get back up there. The 8's on the wall.
Wall, two at the wall, two at the wall. Comes down into the 42. He's alright, he's alright.
Gotta lose a lot of momentum though. When he hit the wall, he allowed coming back to get away from him a little bit. But with the draft, I think they're going to catch right back up. Oh, as we have the Bags almost just tried to take the lead away, but didn't have to run off the bottom.
We'll go on board the Celtics right now. 19 the inside, 88 on the outside. 88 will get the run off the corner.
Looks to me like that 19 may just be a little bit faster, but he doesn't want to be over aggressive and take most of the count.
Then there's no reason to at this point. Yeah.
14 goals in this race.
Do you think the 19 might be maybe trying to save a little bit of fuel, even though he's in that draft?
I don't think any of these guys are. None of these guys are making it on fuel. I think we're looking at a maximum of 34 laps. That is with saving a little bit to a tank. They're going to have to pit. Now the question is, what do you want to do? Do you want to split the stage in half, take 4 and just enough fuel to get to the end, or do you want to stretch it out and then take 2 and just enough fuel to get to the end? I don't think you're making it 39 laps on right side tires here. We'll see. I don't think we're getting a caution. We're at a point where we're spread out enough. We're not going to see a caution, I don't think. And we'll see if these guys decide to split it in half or if they run it out and take the bare minimum just to get to the end. But I think if a lot of the field, any of these guys, well, obviously the front 3 right now, they'll probably stick to the same strategy, because the last thing you want to do is let someone pit earlier than you, and then you try to stretch it out the whole way, and then they come out on fresh tires, and by the end of the stage, they're around you.
Yeah, I think at least the top 3 here are going to try and split the stage. Yeah, because you're going to have to pit at the end of the stage anyway, so we're stretching it out to take 2 tires with 10 laps to go on the stage. You're still going to have to pit, but you're just losing all that ground on old tires.
I think if you're a championship driver, I don't think you can really risk that. If you're maybe someone back in like 7th or 8th, you might want to risk it, but you don't want to mess anything up with that championship for.
Celtics is looking for a lead here. He dips down underneath the 88, and he's going to try to make a run. We'll see if he gets the run off too.
88's maybe even a push by the 19.
Yeah. These guys are just going to kind of jockey around, dance around, and not force the issue, but now is a good time when it's just 3 of you up there. Now is a good time to find out what your car can do at, on any lane of the track. This is the time to figure it out and then make adjustments accordingly throughout our cautions or at the end of the stages. So no issue whatsoever, getting a little dicey here as we see the 88 go to the bottom now.
Yeah, these 3 I think are just trying to have a little bit of fun right now. Oh, 19 spinning.
They're splitting the stage in half. I figured that might be the case.
I think the 88, I bet the 88 and 11 are going to pull down pit road this time, so they don't give back that little advantage. Even 1 lap can mean a lot at this track.
Yeah, at this point, they're probably close to a second slower than they were on their fastest laps. So I mean, you're scrubbing a lot of time, and that will add up over the course of 20 laps.
They're staying out. That's surprising. I assumed both of them would pit this time.
The 91 and the 31 coming off of pit road. 91 the grass, he saved it.
And we mentioned that earlier. Coming off pit road here is not fun.
There's From the Back is also pitting. He's entering his pit box right now. So that's two of the four championship contenders splitting the stage in half.
Now, I'm hoping the 43 can go down there and make some adjustments. We've seen him super loose early, which isn't going to be good on the long run. You're just going to continuously get more loose. I'm sure he'll go down there and make the proper adjustments. And as long as these guys stay on the lead lap, it looks like the 88's giving the signal that he's going to pit this time.
Yep, dropping down to the apron. Yeah, you want your car to be tight at the beginning of the run. Because once, especially in this game, once you get out in the long run, your tires, especially your right rear, is just going to get eaten up.
We got the 3 and the 42. Pat's Ace also on pit road right now. So Celtics is our leader as we speak. These guys will be able to make it to the end after we cycle through pit stops. Well, the end of the stage, sorry. But I'm kind of surprised to see Celtics stay out this long, but it looks like he is going to come down now.
But yeah, he's got, what, 3 or 4 lap older tire, or 3 or 4 laps where he was on much fresher tires. So I bet once everything cycles out, Bags will have a pretty sizable lead.
Is the
we'll see.
The
He's going to
pit
come out in front of Keffer.
is the pit entry from Keffer and Celtics. That's pretty much picture perfect. They slowed it down enough, did not speed. Very good entries by both of them. The 19 now has passed Keffer.
I don't think he's the leader yet. Somebody's
Goofy is still the leader. About to be AJ.
Yeah, they're side by side for the lead right now.
Look at the gap between Bags and Keffer. That's just how much those 3 laps matter.
He should be able to regain that, though. Being on fresher tires now with a lot of laps left to go here in the stage.
I mean, it's only 3 laps.
Slow down pit road.
20 lap older tires. So I don't think Keffer's going to run him down, but he did what he could to prevent the gap from being even bigger. Plus, once the stage ends, they're just going to group them all up again.
AJ's still staying out.
I am surprised that he has stayed out this long. He's got to be one of, if not the only car that hasn't pit yet. Actually, I think he's getting ready to come down. Nope, never mind. Scratch that.
He's going to try and run it out as far as he can go. Maybe hope for a caution. Trap him a lap now.
I'd say he's got just the tiniest bit of a agenda going on here.
Yeah. Because they're racing pretty hard for what will be second place right now. Between the 88 and the 11.
So remember, the 11 does have about 2-3 fresher tires than the 19 and the 88.
Well, in the 88, the 88, I think pit a lap sooner, and they are nose to tail, and they are catching Bags as we speak.
The 88, just by looking at his streak, he looks to be a little tight right now. Having to get out the gas just a little bit more from the 11 mid-corner. So that could be an adjustment that he made to make it better over the long run.
Yeah, Bags, I mean, they caught Bags in a hurry. I figured they would. I didn't expect the 1188 to kind of, as our leader, AJ, comes down pit road finally. I was extremely shocked to see the 88 and the 11 catch Bags as soon as they did, but the sequence kind of worked out for them where they were able to pair up and draft and catch up to him relatively quick.
Bags looks to be going to top lane and everyone going to bottom, so he's saving his tires pretty well. I think he will be running bottom since once they get to the stage.
Well, here comes the 11 with the 88 behind him. See, what are you doing if you're the 11? What kind of move do you make?
Knowing you're on fresher tires, I'm getting out front.
Yes, he's actually making a move now to the bottom.
Here he comes to the bottom lane as we're on board with Kepper. The 19 has a great run off the outside though.
Keffer is going to go exactly into the 19's tire tracks. Look at the lower off right side. Oh, I thought it was going to
Whoa, he does split it 3 wide!
3 wide through the middle. He has been making great moves this race. That's just
that is what you call talent right there. That's what you call talent.
That is a championship move.
That is smooth. But here comes the 19 back to the inside.
Oh, Keffer about got you off. Limited. Not quite. 19 going to side draft the 88.
Someone's mic there. Okay, we're good. I could hear it, so maybe banana. But we're all good.
No, I was barely able to hear it. But it's better. You're good now.
Okay.
Still side by side here for the lead. The 19 seems to be a little better in the middle of the corner, but
Oh, but here comes the 11.
push the 88 down the front stretch. Got really tight and had to get out of the gap.
Now the 88 getting challenged by the 11. He does have pressure tires.
It seems to be whoever gets inside.
Like I said, we got 7 to go here in the first stage. Long way to go, but like I mentioned earlier, as these guys are battling out, I fell back and I was watching the 43 of from the back. He seemed to not have as many issues after that.
Have we lost Nana?
I think we did. I think it was his mic going crazy.
I don't know. We're all good. Is the 88 still out front? The 11 might try to make a move in the outside. As he goes high, he'll get a run off the corner.
Break the draft there. Surprising to see, especially a Keffer racing this aggressively early in the race. He's like for a championship.
Oh, but here comes the 11 to the inside. Just a little bit of a slide draft.
He just doesn't have the drive off the corner. It's always going to be who's on top. Getting up and getting side by side with someone doesn't seem that difficult, but clearing them is a whole different story.
I believe we're coming to 5 to go in the stage.
I think so. Keffer, I think, has had the most laps so far, but he is yet to pull away. Looks to me like that 11 may just be lagging a tiny bit. That's just spectator mode, or nah, it just looks like it could be the spectator mode. But yeah, these 3 have yet to be apart.
See the 88 sliding up just a little bit.
Allows the 11 to get a good run, but it doesn't look like Celtics can take it quite yet. But the 19 is.
Keffer blocking just a little bit. So we have about 3.5 to go in the stage. The 19 gets loose.
Got really loose. Now is he gonna try and run him back down, or did he just use up all his tires doing that?
I think the 19 might be out of it just for this stage. He'll come back.
Okay, we're coming to third work. on 2 to go at the stage.
Now remember, whoever just finishes the race ahead of all the other championship contenders will win the championship. These stages don't really matter. They're just sort of competition cautions, if you want to say it that way. But Celtics might want to get the lead here because, you know, yeah.
We're final lap of the stage now. Looks like the 90 bags may be out of it right now, but I don't know if that 11 would have enough to make a move.
Hello? Hello?
Hello? You there?
Yeah. You're good now. You're good now.
Yeah.
But okay, is the 88 gonna take the stage victory? He'll take the stage victory. The 11 coming in second, the 19 third. Oh, someone all the way down to the inside wall. That is goofy. The 2 of AJ Storm will get 4th, and Will get 5th.
AJ tried to pull off that strategy. Kept him in 4th though.
I mean, he did have those fresher tires in that long run, or that last run.
The guys that started on the top 5 finished in the top 5, so
We're fastest 5-car then.
we do, but I would count out some of these other guys behind them.
No, I think people like Goofy and Pat, I think they're pretty fast, especially in the short run. But don't know what adjustments they're going to be making this time. Try and improve their long run speed.
They're going to be heading into stage 2. The 11, 88, and 19 have put on a show so far. Keffer with the highlight of the race, taking it 3 wide through the middle. Hashtag championship move. Maybe.
So far, especially between the top 3 right now.
I'm looking to see the 43 now that he's back up with these guys to make a move and say, hey, first stage wasn't my stage, but this might be my stage. Y'all need to look out.
I wouldn't count out any of our championship 4 right now. They all have speed. Yeah, everyone will right there.
It's actually top 4 are championship contenders. At the 42 of Pat's, the 43 gets loose a little bit. He saves it.
He was getting such a run on the 11. I was following him. He had such a run on the 11 that he had to check up or he was going to run him over. And it seems like when he's out of the throttle is when he's loose at this point. Now, another thing I have noticed with this game is when you're on these new tires, your car is loose for a couple of laps until you build up the temperatures. Maybe we see him get loose again. But
like 4 to 5 laps to run.
Yeah.
It
don't last long after that.
19 hit the wall just a little bit there.
11 got loose off the corner. So it looks like three of the 4 championship drivers, Keffer, Bags, and Celtics, look like they're going to have the fastest cars. They have not, I think we've been 1, 2, 3 all race.
You see the 42 trying to make a move on the 2 of AJ Storm.
Now let's talk about some of these guys that we haven't mentioned too much tonight. D. Bailey, Red Leg, Phoenix, Goofy. I think these guys are, they're being respectful, as far as, if they get around these guys on a restart. They're kind of just letting them do their thing, letting these 4 guys take it for themselves. They have 4 of the best cars on the track. Not to take away from anybody else in the field. I think, once we go into season 2, these guys are, some of the best that I've raced with, and he carried over to next season with a little bit of momentum. Yeah.
I believe season...
The next season will probably start here in the next couple weeks.
In 2 weeks, actually, the next season will start. I do not have a schedule, unfortunately, but it should be a fun season. I believe we're doing Cup, Trucks, and Xfinity, so definitely should be fun.
We have the 19 to bag from the lead looking to the inside. At 88 seems to get really tight on exit of the corner. But he's always going to have a run. So 11 gets a little loose and he's going to put it 3 wide.
Oh, it's tight. 19 putting a little bit of a block on the 11.
He's not afraid to make that move, it looks like.
They're sitting here doing all this racing, and I'm looking behind, and I see that 43 getting closer and closer.
Yeah, I don't think they're focused on him right now. They're just trying to get whatever this top 3 is going to be sorted out.
The 88 just gets such a run off the corners on that high side.
The 11 looks to be good at keeping it on an exit in the corner. 19 slides out. That could help him. It actually may hurt him a lot. Get loose off the corner.
Oh, but the 19 slides up. Here comes the 88. So, a little bit of a slide draft. 19 gonna stay high, 88 on the low.
They've been like this the entire race so far. This is fun. F43 looks like he's making it around somewhat.
Man, these 3 drivers up front are putting on a show right now. All of them have been leading a little bit. Oh, they're close. 19 nearly gets in the wall.
Pat swings out in the back, 42. I think Celtics is just watching these 2 in front of him and wondering where he can go. Because when they're side by side, there's not really any place for him to go.
The 11 giving a big push to the 88.
Send him in the little corner a little faster than maybe he wants.
Oh, but he'll keep that position, but the 19 just has that run off of the corner.
That top lane really prevails on exit.
What are you thinking if you're Celtics right now? You sort of getting a little bit impatient?
No.
He looks like he's taking his time. He's like teasing some moves, but he's never committing to it. So I think he's just going to try and ride out the stage.
Now that I mentioned it a couple times, I'll mention it again. At this point, you might as well just be patient about it. Don't force the issue, but see what your car can do, because these 3 guys have been, in a little cluster most of this race. And if it's going to be like that at the end of the race, you're going to want to see what your car can do around these guys, to win a championship.
You can send it to a corner and it sticks. Now you have that progressive race. So it comes down to it on the last lap. You can send it with full confidence that you know it's going to make it. We'll just be taking their time and not take each other out now.
As the 19 gets a little bit tight, may have made just a little bit of contact with the 11. They're all good though.
11's now got the draft, and we'll have the outside, especially on exit. That's a huge advantage, but the 88 and the 11 are on the exact same line. The gap between the front 3 and the second group is kind of stabilized. I was gonna guess maybe a second and a half separated.
It might be somewhere between there roughly, but The 43 has a lot of help behind him, and I'm following the 43 right now, and he seems to be covering a lot of ground. But now that we see the top three, never mind. I was gonna say they were in a line. I'm surprised that they're racing this hard, but I tell you what, I'm glad that they are, because I want to see all four of these guys up here and you know, chop it up.
They're using their tires up, but I don't know if they're worried about that right now.
No, these guys aren't going to try to make it to the end of the stage. These guys are going to run as hard as they can, and I wouldn't be surprised as we're getting the halfway point here. I think we're going to see a few guys dipping down pit road over the next 5 laps.
Tell how much these cars have slowed down since being on new tires, because for his fastest lap is a 31.11, which I assume he hit on brand new tires. That last lap he ran was a 32.300. He slowed down almost a second.
That shows how hard he's run the car.
Oh, look at Bags through the middle.
Look at Bags.
It was the same move that Kemper put on him.
Oh, but the 88 is going to have
is going to be our first of the championship 4 to dipper down pit road here.
The 88 got a great run off the corner, now getting help from the 11.
That 11 looks like he's become very content with riding in third, letting these two battle it out, because he hasn't made any real aggressive moves for the lead recently.
He might have a little bit of better tires than these guys.
Yes, as I say that, he dips to the inside of the 88.
19 down pit road, 19 down pit road.
And it just, once again, moves the 88 and the 11, just like last stage. They must have very, very similar strategies going into this.
I believe the 43 got a speeding penalty going on pit road.
Oh no.
That right there could cost him the championship.
Luckily it's
I
only
don't think
stage
so much
2.
here. As long as he stays on the lead lap, he'll be fine. He'll still be in contention. He'll just have a little bit more to deal with in front of him at the end of this stage, unless he can work his way around these guys that he probably just lost close to 10 seconds to.
Yeah, he's got a really fast car because he's running in fourth almost this entire race. So I think he can get through the pack with it and use up all his tires that he could have been using to chase down the leaders.
I think he was chasing down, and when them guys were going 3 wide going in turn 1, I watched that gap that you had stated stabilized diminish quite a bit when the leaders were battling. But we'll see what happens. Oh, you're alright.
Yeah, it's because with these three battling, they're not able to use up all the track or run the lane that they want. The 88's gonna.
Yeah, it's a signal. 88 coming down pit road.
Is that 11 runs high? That 11 looks like both times is going to be last to the final 4 to bring it down pit road. Because from the back, entering turn 1 now. I don't know how much ground he has to make up. When Keffer gets out of pit road, we'll see who's leading. I think Celtic's looking to stay on another lap.
Let's take a look at the 43 right now. Currently right behind Bailey. I'm not entirely sure if that is for position.
It is for 4th position.
That's really going to hurt him. Luckily, we do have one more guaranteed caution at the end of stage 2, so he'll get back up there.
Yeah, I was going to say, you got that. Plus, I think, knowing that he's got a solid car, I don't think you're going to see any of these guys that aren't championship contenders racing too hard when he gets around them. They'll probably say, all right, sir, you go right the hell ahead, because you have places to go, and we're just riding around in circles right now. So
everyone in this league seems to have a lot of respect for each other, so I think it's very possible for them to let him by, let him run his own race.
The 11 now down pit road.
well, we're seeing him pretty much same strategy he had on the last stage, and then we seen
something happened to the 19 because he slowed up a lot on the back straightaway.
He may have hit the wall.
He may have, because he was a good half a second to a second ahead of Keffer.
And also, like we seen last stage, the 8 car of Goofy was one of the last to stay out, as he is the leader right now.
AJ in the wall.
The 11 now coming off a pit road. The 42 splits it in the middle.
What a move.
That is amazing. So right now, the 88 leading, 19 behind him.
The 8 car is in the lead. Goofy is in the lead right now.
Ah, Goofy.
Leader, but he's going to be pinning any lap now. Goofy has been the only driver outside for Championship 4 to lead laps this race.
And I want to give an honorable mention here to Goofy for the fact that he joined the league late in the season and clinched his playoff ticket in the last race of the regular season. And unfortunately, it didn't all work out his way. But I tell you what, getting to know him over the last couple months, it's been awesome. He is a stand-up guy, and I'm extremely looking forward to racing with them next season with all these guys. You know, like you had mentioned, these guys have respect for each other, and I consider a lot of these guys family. Some of my closest friends. Hell, I spend more time with these guys than I do my own family, and we'll see what season 2 brings, but it's always fun, just being able to hang out with your buddies and run around tracks. Yep.
So there's nothing better than racing in any shape or form. It's always bringing people together, having fun.
The 8 of Goofy, while we were talking, did pit.
I'm guessing he took 2 tires, but he's about to lose the lead here to the 88.
Yeah.
Yeah. He just let him by.
Might let the 11 go too here. Yeah, he goes to the bottom of the track.
I tell you what, though, I am shocked that I shouldn't be, but I am. Keffer, pitting a few laps later than some of the other guys, has a second lead on the entire field and a second on. I mean, I don't think. Well, Celtics is gonna catch him. Celtics did pit, as we seen in the first stage, a little bit later. He's gonna have fresh tires, and he's gonna catch back up to Keffer, but Keffer's not gonna make it easy to pass. Well, maybe he will. I mean, who knows?
Something is going on. Setup mistake or something. That 19 is just speed at all. That would lose third to the path. He's just falling off the pace for some reason.
He does have a little bit older tires.
Yeah, I just don't think that would have as big as a disadvantage as it seems to be.
Yeah, I agree, because, I mean, when you first mentioned it, it seemed like these guys were just kind of driving by him like it was standing. So I'm wondering if maybe he accidentally either didn't take enough fuel or accidentally took 2 tires, and he's just trying to limp it to the end of the stage.
Yeah, I mean, I'd say he's slowing down. He's still running third and being consistent, so he's obviously a fast car, but just not like the dominant one we saw from earlier this race. But, I mean, who knows? That could change by the end of the stage, which is in 6 laps.
can tell you Keffer's liking where he's at right now, out front, being able just to race his race, has nothing to worry about, unless that 11 gets to him, and even at that point, I'm not worried about it. It's the second stage. Now, if this was the end of the race, I'd be a little concerned, but as long as you're up towards the front of the pack, when we start the stage, you're just gonna do your thing.
And I'm looking at the leaderboard right now, and it actually looks like Keffer's pulling away from Celtics, despite being on older tires. They're very, very similar, like it's a 10th every 2-3 laps, but he's pulling away, which is very surprising.
You gotta wonder, maybe Keffer maybe took 1.5 cans of fuel, making the pit stop just a little bit shorter. Maybe that's why he's getting this lead.
Giving him just enough to make it to the end. It looks like that 11 got really tight exiting turn 2. So I don't know if it's just an adjustment for the next stage. Go longer, but that 88 is pulling away.
Whoa! 42 in the wall!
He just nailed it on turn 4. What was that? Did he overcorrect?
I think he may have. Now the 19 is coming back. He's inside the 11.
Alright, it might just been a couple bad laps for him, but that was a hard hit by the 42.
Luckily, damage is not on.
Huge relief for the 42 there, because he'll be able to get going. I just think his tires are going to be in very bad shape now, but got 2 laps till the end of the stage.
Looks like Keffer is going to win this stage. It's going to be a little bit of a heated battle for second.
Looks like the 19 got a little loose there, so I don't think he's going to push the issue and try and get around him.
Aaron, you were right about the part where Keffer was pulling away, because when they come off pit road and everything got cycled out, Celtics was about a second. Celtics got it down to about 0.8. Now he's got 1.3 second lead on these guys. So yeah, he is pulling away, and as long as he has no mistakes here on the back stretch into 3 and 4, he is going to be the stage 2 winner on the last lap here.
Sweep the stages, and just got to win that one more important one.
19,
yeah, really the only one that matters.
19, not going to make a move there, is the 88 of Keffer. He'll win stage 2. Believe he may have won stage 1 as well.
As Pat is just limping it back to the stage in the wall. I don't even know if he's off the throttle. I think he's just coasting.
Yeah. So 3 of our championship contenders finished 1, 2, 3. Keffer, Celtics, and Bags here in stage 2. AJ got 4th and 5th. Goofy, good for him. That 2-tire strategy gained him a little bit of track position.
You think the 42 is out of fuel?
I guess it could be possible.
Because he is really slow.
I think it's just the AI now, but yeah, when he was still under green, he just was against the wall and looked like he wasn't even on the throttle at all.
He was on the apron a few seconds ago. That's kind of weird, but we'll have a stage break here.
Bailey came out of pit road as the stage was finishing.
I believe he'll probably get... The game will penalize you if you pit within 2 laps.
Alright, no, Bailey's pitting, so... Alright.
As the 88 and the 8 will lead him to green.
What a pit stop by Goofy. He gained 2 spots, I think? 3 spots?
I think he forgot to pit, I think, and he's going to just stay up high and let everyone go. Yeah, Goofy made a mistake of not pitting under the stage break.
Oh, big wreck in the back.
43 hard in the wall.
Oh, if there's no caution, then 43 may be out of it.
I believe they will call. I believe they'll call a manual
Yeah.
Yep, there it is.
Call
Manual is
manual.
out.
Manual.
Man, that was almost heartbreaking.
Do we know what happened there?
Kind of. I believe the 8 car forgetting to pit kind of boogered up everybody as far as them running their line going into 1 and 2. As he was up at the wall where that outside line would be, he was up there, so they had to go a little bit lower, and then one guy gets loose, gets into the door of another person, that gets into the door of another person, and then it's all hell for everyone.
19's gonna pit.
Oh, they're all gonna pit.
Oh, the 11 stayed out. That's.
No, they're not staying out. They just took a different route.
Oh, okay.
Because it looks like everyone coming to pit road.
You might as well. First
Yeah,
caution of the night.
We're gonna be about 20 laps short. As of this caution.
So I'll ask you guys this with.
My TV just went black.
Well, that's not normal.
You lag out
No.
or something?
No, my TV just went black.
Turn it back on.
I'm doing that, but nothing. Oh, there, it just turned back on.
That's weird.
Literally, it's like my TV shut itself off, but I'm still party.
We're gonna have a lead change coming off pit road. Bags either had a phenomenal pit stop or took 2 tires, which, hey, when this happens on the first lap, you want track position knowing that your car is good out front. Not a bad strategy.
He entered pit road first. When he took the short way around 3 and 4.
Now, I'll ask you guys real quick. The top 3 have been very aggressive so far, and we've had a great race. Who do you think is your championship favorite right at this moment?
Keffer.
I will say Keffer has been able to hold the top, the bottom, the middle with no issues. We've seen Bags and Celtics both be able to make moves, and the 43 with the pit road penalty in stage 2 kind of shuffled him to the back. He's going to need to work his way up through the front. Yeah, like pretty quick, and he had a hell of a start there. He got up there quick. But yeah, Keffer is hard to pick against right now, seeing that he can pretty much put that car wherever the hell he wants to, and it's good.
Bags now has the lead, so he can hold on to this track position. I think he may have it, but Keffer is going down to the bottom, making it work.
See the 2 and the 42 non-playoff contenders. They're in the top 5. The 11 will get a great run off the corner. Going to second.
The 88 once again is going to get underneath them, but the 11 is going to have the draft and the run exiting the corner and should be.
We got somebody real loose on the inside. Is that the 3 car?
That was Trey. That was Trey.
And he got real loose.
Good job saving it.
Here comes the 11.
lead.
Here comes the 11. Let's see what the 88's gonna do.
He's gonna go with them.
First time Celtics has been in the lead this race. We know he's been in the top 3, but I don't remember.
His nose has probably been in the lead about 10 times, but as far as clearing the entire car that he's trying to pass for the lead, I don't think he's done that yet.
Maybe,
but I think
he's saving stuff for the end.
He's got the car to do it. Ooh, Keffer.
Guy just lost the bottom.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm looking at his screen. The 11 slowed up a lot in the middle of the corner, and Keffer just had to get out of gas now.
That 43, he's down there at the bottom, gonna try to get around the 42 and the 2 here and
he's not
dance
out of
with
it.
these guys. No, he's not. And I knew from the beginning, all 4 of these guys were gonna come in and they're gonna save their best stuff for the end of this race, and all 4 of them. Oh, in the wall. Celtics in the wall.
Celtics in the wall.
He lag spiked AJ and Pat, and then got into the wall and saying, how much that was about.
All right, so with that being said, the 43 is in the top 3. Going to take over the 11's position and say, hey, boys, I'm here.
He's fast. He was like 8th, 9th.
He had a hell of a restart there. I think that he just blatantly, I'm going to say it, didn't give a damn. He's like, hey, if you guys are going to check up and be slow in front of me, I'm going to take advantage of it. And he did that, and here he is.
His only shot at winning this, so he's just going to do it again.
We'll go on board. We'll go on board with AJ Storm. Look at the top 3 right now. All championship contenders. 43 is sort of first time he's been in the top 3. The 88 and the 19 in a single file line. But here comes that 43.
I still don't think 43 has the car to win. But he will ride around, and maybe if these top 3 make a little contact, he can take advantage. Oh!
It's loose! 43 getting really loose. Here comes the 2 of AJ.
I don't think AJ is going to race him real hard, but I think it's going to be one of these top 2.
I believe anything, if anything here, AJ's going to work with that 43 and try to say, hey, buddy, your brother, go up here and mess with these guys a little bit. Make them race hard, make them run their tires off. Because we've seen the 43 pit earlier than all 4 championship contenders in the first 2 stages.
This is the stage that matters, so if...
That's what I'm saying. Race them hard, make them run their tires off.
If the 43 pits early, I don't think you're going to wait much longer before you pit. Unless you're going to completely off-the-wall strategy, like staying out till the end and running qualifying laps on 2 tires late in the race.
The 19 got...
That 43 is still fighting loose off the corners.
He's going to fall to 5th, maybe even out of the draft.
I think he still has it.
He might still have the draft, but man, that sucks. Seeing that he's up there with them guys, and rightfully so, deserves to be up there with them guys, and has had a rough race so far. And man, he's just got a loose car.
This race reminds me a lot of the Xfinity Homestead race. Top 3 in the championship fighting it out the entire race. Just that one guy who seems to just can't get his car set up right. But
19 gets a little bit
19
loose.
gets loose.
There comes the 2 of AJ Storm, non-playoff contender.
the first time we've had a non-championship contender get just without any pit strategy getting to fighting for the lead.
At the end of that stage there, I got word from AJ that he has a good car, he just doesn't want to push it.
The 19 gets really tight and has to get off the gas.
Whoa!
It's getting dicey up here. And the 43, he caught back up in a hurry.
43 is hungry right now. He goes to the inside of the 42.
He's pushing as hard as he can right now. And they're hoping that...
The 88 gets loose, or either that or he was trying to avoid the wall, one of the two.
I think he got into the wall a little bit. Looking at his stream. We are almost 5-way battle for the lead right now. Nothing gets better than this.
Pretty much is. The 42 is laying off just a little bit. The 2 is trying to play with these guys.
Maybe the 43 was trolling these guys in the first 2 stages. Saying, I don't have that good of a car, and then next thing you know, hello?
He is so loose though. You see every time he's counter steering, trying not to get that car spinning out.
If he can maintain it though, I mean, I was surprised when he dropped back there to 5th and he drove right back up. I mean, I know these guys are somebody makes contact with him.
The 2 and the 43 may have made a little bit of contact.
What was that all about? But he's still in the fight, so nothing really to worry about. One guy I feel bad about though, and I think is going to pull off the strategy, is Celtics back there. I think he's right now just running his time, calculating when he can pit his earliest, and just try and get back up with them.
Yeah, we've seen him kill it in stage 1 with strategy, and he's got nobody directly in front of him, and only one car even remotely close to the back of him. So he can kind of just run his race right now. And honestly, I think I would rather be him than one of these guys here in the top 5 who are just duking it out. He can just run his line, know how he can save tires, and let these guys just kind of...
Celtics right now, he has nothing to lose. If he doesn't, if he pulls off some sort of crazy strategy and it doesn't work, he'll just finish where he's running. But if it works, I mean, it's really, I think he's going to be the one to go bold, pit early, pit late. He's going to do something to mix it up.
Do you think you can risk a 2-tire stop here?
I mean,
Oh,
like I
no,
said,
you're...
got nothing
I mean,
to
they're...
lose.
Yeah, well, I mean, he's got championship to lose, but they're only going to have to make one more stop, which I think we're going to be seeing here for too long. But I tell you what, AJ has absolutely impressed me. This is the first time he's been hanging out. I mean, he's been in the top 5 most tonight, but whereas we've seen a 3-car breakaway between the 88, the 19, and the 11 most of the night, he was kind of lingering back there with some other guys. And he told me he has a strong car. He said he's going to try to make some noise here in the 3rd stage, and sure enough, here the hell he is, making some noise.
By far, I think he's the fastest non-championship guy in the field. Yes, he has been 3rd, 4th, 8th, 5th this entire race. He's just not being aggressive.
I want to shout out that 42 as well. He's been running well tonight.
Oh,
yeah, outside of that little incident that he had there at the end of stage 2, he's always somebody that has a good car, and yeah, it is wild. These two guys might try to make it interesting for these guys battling for a championship. I might have been wrong about saying taking it easy on these guys. Oh, as AJ gets real loose off 2.
Gets a little bit loose. He saves it. We're all right.
He's going to let those 4 get past him before rejoining the track. That top 2 is kind of pulled away a little bit. Starting to tiny gap over the 42.
Another thing I'm starting to notice with the 43, it seems like when he's in a pack, his car handles a little bit better. Now with the 42 breaking a draft like that from him, I was surprised not to see him get too loose, but it seems like his car handles really good when he's in a line with some other cars.
Yeah, because when you're in the draft, your car just feels overall like it turns better. And it's faster on straightaways, so if he has his car set up in the correct way, he can be flying in the draft. But if you do that, you're going to struggle in clean air.
I tell you what, the fact that he has gotten back up to this point, and maybe he's getting a little airtight, which is helping him a little bit. Maybe now that, all these guys, they could pit whenever they want, and as long as they get, in the 2-car, AJ, our first taker down pit road, so we're going to be seeing green flag pit stops, but no, I mean, at this point, he can go down pit road, and he can play his own strategy, because now he's with these guys here when we're coming to... Oh, he
43 really loose.
Holy crap.
He's alright though, he saves it.
That's the one thing with this entire race just being loose everywhere. But he seemed to recover pretty quick each time, and he's still running 30.
Yeah, there was only the one time where he dropped back to 5th when he got loose off 2, and it seems like he's not really having much issue off 4. It's just been turn 2.
I mean, turn 2 with this track in general really is kind of bad with looseness.
Yeah, looks like 42's just going to give him a push, trying to push the issue. That 88-19 has just been duking me out this entire race. It was so fun to watch.
They're both really good buddies, both pro league drivers, and they've been racing together for a long time now. I'm sure they want to make it between them two, but they also know, hey, that 43's behind us. Regular season champion, most wins on the season. Got to respect him as well. And that 11, where the hell is Celtics?
Celtics is fourth, I think. Fifth. He's running by himself. He's got Goofy about a second behind him. Probably just saving tires. I think he's gonna try and run it. Good.
Oh, no, you're good, buddy. Go ahead, sorry.
I think he's gonna try and run it as long as possible on this set of tires, so he can. Oh no!
I believe the 11's gonna pit this time.
All right, so he's not gonna do what I said.
It's funny. We call this in other leagues more in the booth. The commentators curse as soon as you say something.
They do the opposite, or
Exactly. Yeah, that's how it works.
I expected he's gonna try and stay out as long as the fuel could last, and get it so he could have freshest tires at the end. But he's got something else in mind, which is probably gonna end up better because I'm not a strategist at all.
I tell you what, the 88 and 19, even though it looks like they're working together, when it comes down to strategy, they're not going to be working together.
Yeah, these two, it's like when are really
43 down pit road. 43 down pit road.
That's probably good timing for him.
Because these two, they race each other hard, but they race each other clean. Like, this has been an extremely clean race between these two.
And it has been fun. 11 off pit road.
So I think the 19 may be pitted. Yep. So
19's going to go, and the 88's going to stay out another lap. Ooh, 19 had a little wobbly getting on pit road there, but he made it.
42 also pit there.
Going back to Celtics, earlier in this race, he was the last guy to pit. Now he's the first guy, so he's definitely trying something different. Now he's got the draft to somebody, so he can run a few more faster laps, but got really loose in the corner.
Keffer's still staying out.
Yeah, I'm shocked. Second place Goofy, he goes down pit road. I am shocked to see these guys, some of them ride it out, but hey, we'll see if it works out for him.
Because he will have the fresher tires in the end.
In the end, but you gotta realize, and I'm sure you're aware, these guys that 88's gonna come down right now.
Here it comes.
They are gonna have fresher tires. I hope it doesn't hurt him too much. But these guys are probably. I mean, we already talked about the second fall off. These guys are running second slower lap times than they were on fresh tires, and
like 3 lap over tires is only probably 0.3 of a second.
We'll see, but either way, it's like,
yeah.
Was that the way to go?
Actually, looking at Keffer's stream, he ran it all the way to the end on fuel.
Yeah, I seen his light popped on the back stretch, and then he came down.
I believe this is going to be the battle for the lead. You see the 43 and the 19 and the 2 right behind him.
Yeah, the 43 and the 19 are going to get off. See how to take the access.
The 88 does have fresher tires.
Oh, the 19 on the apron.
Oh, that's going to put the 43 in the lead.
The 43
wow.
made it. I'm not sure what happened really with the 19 there.
It didn't really look like there was contact. I was watching, and it didn't really look like they made contact. I'm not sure exactly what happened, because we all know that something that you see on your screen might have happened on somebody else's screen. So we'll see, but the 88 doesn't have a whole lot of time to make up. I believe he's going to have the advantage here, as he's got the 42 pushing him around now.
We're under 20 laps to go, so you've got to push. But I just major props this 43 from the back. He truly did go from the back today. He's running mid-pack, getting a sliding loose race car, and here he is in the lead with 20 laps to go. 18 laps to go.
Now, let's not forget this, a possibility of a caution. It's possible, but I'm just not too sure.
I think it's 88 may run down 43.
He's on his way. The 88 is literally on a mission. He's got the freshest tires on the track.
Yeah,
But-
he's just
Yeah, go ahead.
he's just running them down so smoothly. Gains about 2/10 per corner. He's gonna get him, no issue. But
Now, how hard do you battle the 88 here? Do you battle him hard, or maybe let him pass and try and save your stuff for a little bit later?
Hell no, you battle the hell out of him.
I give everything I got.
I mean, at this point, you're not pitting again unless, like he said, the caution comes out. And I just don't see that happening at this point. If it does, that would shake things up. But you're not going to see it. If you're the 43, you're literally going to throw everything at him. You're going to throw the kitchen sink at him. But the 88's going to have the preferred high line here.
The 43 is going to send it, try and clear him on the outside. Not going to work. Gotta get
The
out.
88, he's on a mission. From the outside,
43.
he'll take the lead.
43 knew right there he had no chance on, 5, 6, however many laps, older tires. He said, hey man, go on by. There ain't nothing I can do with you at this point. I'm not going to wreck you for the championship, but whoa,
I'll race you.
everyone's lagging on my screen.
That looked fine for me.
Yeah, we're good, we're good.
Oh,
We're
never
good.
mind, my phone's updating, that's why.
That 88 starting to pull away.
Whoa, let's look here. The 19 is getting pushed by the 42.
I don't know if I would count that 19 out yet. He's got a fast enough car. It's just probably 2 seconds to make up.
I mean, he was strong all night. I'm not sure what happened there towards the end of the second stage, but it seems like his car hasn't been right since. Maybe he went back on some drugs. I know that whatever happened as we seen the 88 get off pit road, I'm not sure what happened exactly, but it definitely did hurt him as far as time.
He's obviously, he proved that he's got the speed doing it. Just bad luck, I think. Whatever happened in turn 1 and 2 earlier, just nothing has gone his way so far this race, but he still managed to get up to the top 30.
I believe the 31 has DNF'd out of the race.
That is red leg.
No, he's just pitting.
Yeah, he's all good.
Yeah, he just pitted for some reason.
So I believe we're probably getting close to about 10 to go. I think unless we get a caution, the 88 has this in the bag.
Yeah, he's got almost a second on from the back, almost a second and a half on the bag. He's just got to cruise. Running in the middle lane.
The thing you gotta watch for is that the 19 is getting some draft help from the 42.
And soon gonna get in the draft to the 43.
And the 43 is great in the draft. Maybe could catch Keffer, but I don't know if they have enough time.
I just don't see. I mean, I could be wrong. But I just don't see the 19 making up enough ground.
43, his tires are a lot older than the 88s at this point.
Yeah, the 88 stayed out the longest, so he's got the freshest tires out of everyone on the top right. Actually, I'm looking at the leaderboard. Mags has gained about 0.4 of a second. Oh, no.
How many to go are we?
We are at... wait, what's my laps up?
I think we're looking at about 8 or 9 to go, I believe.
We've got...
9 to go.
9 to go.
Okay. Mags is going around a second. 43 gonna fight him or just let him go? I kind of sending on the outside, but
Uh-oh.
The 19 got a little bit tight. The 43 able to save it. He'll slot in line behind the 42.
Bags is not wasting any time.
Well, I mean, if he's trying to catch him, now is the time. You can't wait at all.
No, he's got to go. He's got about a second and a half. I just don't see it happening.
I mean, he does have draft help. I'm gonna say if we had maybe another lap or two, I think he maybe could get it.
I don't know. Looks like Keffer's going away now. 1.7 seconds. Wasn't looking forward a few laps ago. Keffer's just so smooth in the corners.
He has nothing to worry about right now. These three guys behind him are just kind of like battling. Celtics, I'm surprised he didn't get back up there when we went through our pit cycles. I'm just shocked that he didn't make it back up there.
He just kind of fell off the face of the earth and hit the wall there and hasn't been able to get anywhere near it.
Yep.
Fighting AJ for fifth. It's still a top 5 run, not bad, but not at all what he was expecting after duking it out with Keffer Bags all day.
Because right now, I believe he's coming to 5 to go. Unless we get a caution, he has got it in the bag.
Yeah, unless these three cars can stay nose to tail behind them, which 2 of them are championship contenders, so they, I mean, Pat's has got to feel like, oh hell, I'm dragging 2 championship contenders up to another championship.
Oh, 43 really loose.
I thought he was gonna wreck. Oh, he did wreck it.
Oh,
he wrecked it. He wrecked it. He wrecked it.
That can be a caution.
I highly doubt it.
Single car, single car, single car.
Oh,
he backed it out. He backed it out.
Oh, the frustration. That is no good.
He is probably not very happy at all.
No, absolutely not.
4 laps to go for Keffer. Oh, that is a heartbreak right there. He's doing so well after struggling most of the day.
Yeah, we've seen him save it time and time again off these corners when he's got loose. We've seen him struggling early, and all but one time before that, he kind of just merged back up in the track, got back in line, no issues. But that time, once it started turning left, it looked like it just kept going left, 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 left.
This time, it looked like he overcorrected because he did almost spin out. I thought he was going to hit the inside wall, but then he came up right, hit the outside wall, and almost got hit by the 31.
And we got lap traffic here now for Keffer. I believe that's D. Bailey in the 12.
2 laps to go this time by.
You know, the funny thing about Keffer is he has not won at all this season.
Really?
I don't think so.
So he's gonna get his. He's gonna pull like a rabbit out of the hat and win his first race when it really counts.
Well, he is Mr. Consistent. Has been since he has joined on a mission. Absolute props.
Like, keep you turned off again.
We're on the final lap. Into 2. Down the back straightaways for the final time. The 12 of D. Bailey right in front of him. Into 3. The Pro League driver from West Virginia, Mr. Consistency, will win the first season of On a Mission. Keffer wins the championship.
What a drive.
Yeah, congrats, buddy. That was definitely well earned. What do you say? I mean, other than good, you can't say anything but good things. He drove a hell of a race, was up front all night.
Congrats to that man, Mr. Consistency, all season long. First win of the season. We'll see if we can get him up here in the booth.
That's tough, man.
Yeah.
I got all 4 guys. AJ wants me to get him in here too, so let me get all 4 of these guys invites. Oh, and Will wants him as well. Yeah.
As we have your champion of season 1 and on a mission, JRM Keffer. How you feeling, buddy?
Oh man, like I'm just glad I finally got a win. You know, so, finally got a win, and it was just happened to be the race that it had to be. You know, so that's pretty awesome. I think it's my first championship in any league racing, so I'm pretty excited about that.
How are you feeling about those other 3 championship contenders? You were dogging it out in those first 2 stages with Voltage and Celtics.
They were really good. I mean, I was just trying to figure out in stage 1 and 2, like, okay, let's battle it out, because I knew they were good, and I was like, I got to know which way I need to go at the end of the race if it comes down to us being, you know, the 3-4 of us, like, am I going to go high, go low? Probably would have tried to go high, seemed to get the best run off the corner, but I could take it low, but that was crazy. I mean, it was intense. You know, we were getting loose and sliding, but everyone's still holding on to it, so, man, it was crazy.
What do you think the key was to winning this race for you?
I just like this track. I mean, I really do. I feel like I have a good handle on how to drive it, what marks they. A little strategy there on pit road where I waited until the last contender pitted and then went 2 more laps to make sure I had fresh tires on all of them, which seemed to work out. And the last couple laps I seemed to be able to get away a little bit.
Any lessons learned from last night?
Lessons learned from last night. Yeah, man. You know, I just liked racing tonight and how there was a lot of respect tonight. You know what I mean? Everybody was giving and taking, and nobody was doing anything crazy, and it was fun. It was a good time and just a fun race. I mean, I would have been really upset if something happened and I didn't win there, but at the same time, it was a lot more fun than I've had in a while for racing. So that was pretty awesome.
Yeah, we seen you, the 11 and 19 of Bags, just battling out during the first few stages, and then next thing you know, here in the 3rd stage, Will, his car came to life. He was there, and it was like 4 to go. Unfortunately, he got loose. I believe it was off 2. Not sure exactly what happened, or if he just got loose and overcorrect. I'm not sure, but either way, you know, all 4 of you were battling like hell.
Yeah,
it was fun to watch, man. It really was, man. I'm proud of you, man. And nothing like your first one of the season being a championship win.
I know. I'll take it. You know.
Yeah. Hell yeah, you will.
Yeah, I'm excited. Yeah, thanks, guys. I appreciate it.
Yeah, congrats on your championship. You are the season 1 on a mission champion.
All right. Oh, hey, just real quick, I gotta say that Will and Pats and Celtics and everybody that we raced with was a lot of fun to race with. You know, Bailey, Trey, who else? I can't remember everybody. Red Bay, Bags, the dude that was losing Visa Trey. Him too. In the 8 car.
Goofy.
Oh, Goofy.
I almost forget Goofy, yeah. No, it was fun racing. Yeah, it was fun racing with everybody, so I really appreciate it, and I'm looking forward to season 2.
Well, congrats on your championship, buddy.
All right, thank you.
Yeah, brother.
We have a lot of people in the party now. We'll try and get through interviews as quick as we can. We'll talk to Pats first. Pats, you are arguably the best guy, the best non-playoff contender out there. How are you feeling after that 3rd place finish?
Good run, Bags. Great win, Keffer.
Yeah, we seen you wreck off turn 4 at the end of the 2nd stage. Luckily, you stayed on the lead lap, but no, it seemed like you and AJ definitely were help. I can hear myself in this. Oh, Pat's, turn your party settings to always allow. Apparently it's on not allow. Alrighty, try that again. But yeah, go ahead, man. What were you saying?
Yeah, I just ran out of talent there. It's been a while.
It
Thanks,
happened,
Will.
but you pulled it together there at the end, and it seemed like a lot of guys that didn't seem. I don't want to say strong, but seemed. Well, honestly, at the beginning of the race, Bags, Keffer, and Celtics, they kind of ran away with it the first two stages, but the third stage, I mean, I seen AJ, Will, you guys all really came to life there in the third stage and had something for them. It's just, it was all about, when you pitted for tires, and that was
pretty
seemed
much
like
what it
the
boiled
ultimate
down to.
difference.
I think AJ could have been up there too. He had a real good car. It's just I think he backed off to let him race it out, which is respectful. But I mean, I was going to race, but I mean, if it got to that point where I felt it was going to get out of hand, I would have backed off too.
Very respectful race out there. Everyone did great.
Yeah.
Well,
I
congrats on
struggled the first two stages, but I figured it out. Actually, something I learned on iRacing. I tried it in the third stage, and it just started working, so I kept doing it.
Well, congrats on your third place finish.
Thanks, man.
All right. As we'll get Celtics in here next. Celtics, you were battling and dogging with Voltage and Keffer there in the first two stages. How you feeling after that?
Well, I battled in the stages that really didn't count, so I'm not really feeling the best, but I mean, it's whatever. Just made one mistake, and I couldn't recover after that in the third stage. So.
That's another thing I wanted to ask you. What the hell happened?
Oh, we were all just in the pack, and I don't know if it was because we were all so close together. I just got a little tight, and I didn't want to come back down in front of everybody, so I just kept it in the wall.
Okay, yeah, because I saw before that happened, you seemed to flag spiked AJ or something, but so I didn't know if you were getting out of the way because of that or it was a mistake, but you definitely showed that you deserve being that championship for tonight.
Yeah, congrats on your, I believe, fourth place finish. I believe. All right.
Good season, man. You were dominant in several races. A lot of times you had cars to contend for wins. You got a couple wins early in the season and locked yourself in pretty early. But hey, season two, a lot of momentum going to there. Just being in the championship for you should be in good shape going into season two, man.
Yeah, I'm hoping. I'm excited.
Yeah, good job this season.
Thank you.
Next, we have Will, aka From the Back, regular season championship. How you feeling?
I feel good, buddy. It was alright, clean race.
What the hell happened at the end, man, with like 4 to go?
The car just changed, man. It was a little bit faster. I had to back the turn up a little bit more, but when I was doing that to compensate from getting a little loose coming off, the car just had too much wheel speed coming off and just kept snapping. It only did it in the third stage, though. But I was going easy in stage 1 and 2. I was letting them fight it out, just trying to stay close to them.
I didn't mention the possibility of, Will's going to sit here and say, hey guys, I don't got much for you here in the first 2 stages, and the next thing you know, you're in the third stage there, you were right there in the thick of things, and we seen when you guys cycled through pit stops there, I think it was you and Pat's, in 1 and 2, as Keffer was coming off pit road, it looked like, I don't know if you guys made contact or what, but it looked like you got shoved down to that. Well, it didn't look like you got shoved down. It looked like something happened and you got onto the apron, and I don't know.
That was Bags. I got a good run on Bags. We was running through turn 1 and turn 2, and I don't know what happened to his car. He was on the outside, but his car just took a hard left and just come all the way across to the apron. And I just had to check up big time to not run him over. I thought me, him, and Keffer was about to go through the grass over there, but I backed up and he saved it. So, yeah.
Yeah, I thought you, AJ, and Pats and Bags were gonna catch up to Keffer. You guys were in a line there at one point.
Well, I knew something they didn't know though. AJ had a hell of a car tonight, so I knew that by him running with me through stage 1 and 2. So I knew if I was back behind him and had AJ in tow, that him or Pats, that we was gonna get back. We was gonna be able to get back up there to him anyway. But I short pitted it and it bit me. It worked out like I thought it would, but I didn't have a big enough lead. I pitted too early.
Yeah, I seen you were one of the first to come down pit road, which you were one of the first to come down pit road in stages 1 and 2 as well. I don't think I mentioned it several times throughout the stream that I mean, you guys weren't you four weren't really worried about the first 2 stages. I seen you get that pit road penalty. I think that was stage 2. But I figured, all right, it's not a big deal as long as you stayed on the lead lap. Who cares? You know what I mean? Like, and then you got a hell of the one caution that we had, that manual restart. You had a hell of a restart. Got through a bunch of people quick, put yourself in the mix of things, and that was impressive in its own. I wish we would have seen all 4 of you guys together, but regardless, it was a good race, man. I hate that happened to you there with 4 laps to go. Man, I couldn't believe it happened. I seen you get loose several times, but every time that you got loose off the corner, you just kind of went back up the track, got back in line, nothing lost. But that one time in particular, it just kind of messed you up.
Yeah, it was definitely a chess match, man. It come down to mistakes. Who made the least mistakes? I mean, Keffer, he won, and he was snappy off the corner. Bags, snappy, fell back. Seeing Celtics planted into the wall, which was kind of admirable because I tried to give him room where he could come off the wall, but he kept it in the wall. So that was, killed his race, but good on him. I'm just looking forward to season 2, man. We got a good group of guys here.
That's what I was going to say. You should have a full head of steam going into season 2. Regular season champ. Hell, the first part of the season, you dominated on a mission. And
don't forget the Giggity win, the mission versus Giggity.
Yeah, that was
there as well.
That was a thing. However, I will say, dude, you had a hell of a season. It'd be fun back on track with you for season 2, man.
Yeah, man. I just want to say congratulations, Keffer. Good run, Celtics Bags. We'll get them next time.
Alrighty.
And then next, and I believe finally, is AJ Storm. You had a rocket here tonight. How you feeling after that? I believe 5th place finish.
I feel good, man. I really there for the longest time didn't really want to mess with the leaders and everyone in the championship, but I definitely had a top 3 car. I feel like top 4 definitely. I really honestly could have took the lead there if you didn't see us battling a couple times, but I just didn't want to mess with them too much. I just backed off, and I got loose one time, and I just let Will and them go by because I'm not really. I mean, I'm racing to make it exciting for them and like just finishing my season out for my car and my team and how much effort I put into this league and whatever. But man, it bummed me out not making the Final 4, but it really made me feel good about myself knowing that I built a really good setup for Homestead, and I know I ran good with it, and it was a long run car. If you didn't see, I stayed out the whole run that one stage. And I was
it definitely bit you in the ass in the first 2 stages, but after that second stage, I got a message from you saying, I got something. Just watch. And I'm like, all right, look out for this number 2 car. Sure enough, there for a while it was you, Pats, Bags, Keffer, and Will from the back all together, and you guys were dicing around, and unfortunately Celtics wasn't up there. That would have been the perfect mix, having all 4 contenders up there with you guys, but we already know what happened there. But yeah, man, I was kind of hoping to see you make a couple more moves and, finish out the season. You did finish out the season strong, but I figured you weren't going to throw it where it didn't belong, but I figured you might try to make a move, and then like you mentioned, you got loose, and that was pretty much, that Keffer had the strategy figured out. He also had the same race last night in midnight, and I think that's where him and Bags and, well, for the first 2 stages, Celtics had the advantage, as you and I commentated that race. They had the advantage knowing what it might come down to, but either way, good, strong finish. I know you wanted to talk about some other things as we take I believe, a 2-week break. What's going to happen for season 2? So take it away, buddy.
Well, we're going to celebrate our season 1 for the next 2 weeks, take a little bit of relaxation. Congrats to Keffer coming in after his pro league run and here on and off during the pro league, whatever, him and Bags. Respect the hell out of those 2 guys. Will, he's one of my sidekicks here. He puts a lot of time and effort into on a mission, and he was here to help build the foundation. But yeah, season 2, we are actually going to be switching to Thursday nights for our custom cup league. We're going to be bringing guys like K-Taddy and Noko over. I think Titans is now going to run. It's like Dylan, I'm pretty sure you're going to be running full-time. Pat's Ace is going to be running full-time. But then I have another series, the Xfinity series, that's going to be starting on Tuesday nights. So I'm pretty sure Brennan, our commentator for the Cup Series, is going to be racing in that, and a bunch of other guys. And I got a new point system implemented for Season 2. Also, I have the schedule, but it is not released yet. I expect that to be released within the next couple of days. But yeah, Season 2, man, expect to be rolling here. I think I have the schedule. It says February 20th or the 26th. I'm not sure.
I forget.
One of those days. But yeah, like I said, just hoping tonight's race gave me some momentum heading into the next season. I feel like I'm starting to get my stride and put a lot of effort and on a mission for Season 2, and hopefully it brings us to the best out of everyone.
I gotta bring out one more joke real quick. It was nice to see you not pit after 5 laps tonight, buddy.
That's a good
You're
one.
not wrong. It felt good. But
Yeah, you had a hell of a car, dude. I mean, that was probably when it needed to show up after having consecutive, pretty not great races because of tire wear. You showed up on a track that
I'll be
tire wear
back.
is crucial. We're gonna need to end the stream here soon, buddy.
Yes.
All right. Anyway, AJ, how are you doing? Nice weather we're having. But yeah, no. It should be. Season 2 is gonna be a blast, man.
Season 2.
Yep.
Fun.
well, I just wanted to say thanks, Brennan, for commentating all season long and putting up with a bunch of BS and doing whatever. Got a little bit better throughout the season. I just appreciate what you've done coming home. You didn't have to do it. You did. Dylan, thanks for coming in the booth tonight. And then all of Brendan's friends throughout the season that came in and off, in and off, in and off. Appreciate it all. And Alex from last week, thank you again.
Hope he's having fun in France.
Thanks to everyone that makes this possible. That's all I gotta say.
Well,
you're the one that makes it possible, and you got a lot of guys that do respect you, and want to help continue grow this. So On a Mission Season 2 will be back around here in a couple weeks. And with that being said, Brandon, you go ahead and take it away, buddy.
Well, that's it for Season 2, ladies and gentlemen. We got to thank all the drivers, from the great ones to the bad ones to the guys that are just happy to be here. And I want to thank AJ for making this league possible. I want to thank Nanner for being in the booth. I want to thank everyone here. Congrats to Keffer on the Season 1 championship of On a Mission. And I want to thank you for watching. We'll see you next time.